I mean, the whorishness of the media knows no bounds. It is astonishing. I'm just going to read you a series of headlines. These headlines have been threaded over at Twitter by David Harsanyi, who writes for National Review and New York Post. These are pretty amazing. Okay, here we go. You ready? This one, gotta love this one. All the times Joe Biden's love for ice cream melted our hearts. How about this one from CNN Politics? Joe Biden and Kamala Harris drop a playlist for your inauguration watch party. Wow. And then there was that Vogue cover. Remember there was a Vogue cover of Kamala Harris? And there was an entire debate in the media over whether it was too disrespectful of Kamala Harris. Because I remember those sorts of debates over Donald Trump. Were the covers of Donald Trump as like a pincushion? Were those respectful? But we got Kamala Harris in this kind of weird pose standing in front of a pink curtain wearing her Converse. And this is considered disrespectful, even though it literally says on the cover of Vogue, by the people, for the people, the United States of fashion, Madam Vice President Kamala Harris, and the new America, journalisming up the wazoo. Then we had, of course, Jane Pauley. Remember sitting down with Kamala Harris and looking all weird because she had to mirror the awkward, pathological laughter that Kamala Harris spews from her face every time she says something weird. Okay, the Washington Post headline today. Most people know her as Jill Biden, but to some, she is Dr. B, the compassionate and challenging educator who went the extra mile. Wow. Incredible. By the way, Stephen Colbert, last night, cut an entire music video about how Melania Trump is the worst person in the world. She didn't do anything. She was just there for 4 years, but she's the worst. Michelle Obama, the greatest. Hillary Clinton, the greatest. Melania, just horrifying. Glenn Kessler of the Washington Post, quote, get ready for reality-grounded White House press briefings. Yes. I remember all those reality-grounded White House press briefings where Jay Carney and Jen Psaki just lied consistently to you, and Robert Gibbs. They just lied over and over and over to you. But you guys didn't care because you were too busy performing unspeakable acts upon the administration. Also, this is one of my favorites. Lauren Wolf is an editor at the New York Times. She deleted this tweet. Okay, she deleted this tweet because it was even too awkward for her. She tweeted out a picture of President-elect Biden arriving at Joint Base Andrews. And then above it, she wrote, Biden landing at Joint Base Andrews now. I have chills. Ooh, wow. I'll have what she's having. Exciting stuff. The Washington Post, in fashion, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris display their common ground. Amazing. I have a journalist named Shimon Prokopets. Let the healing begin. We have needed a senile old man running the government and encroaching upon our fundamental right. We needed it. It just solid stuff. James Hohmann, another journalist, he's the healer in chief. The healer in chief, that's his job. Don't you understand? He's like a shamanistic healer who can heal him. He lays on hands and America is healed. The very moment that Joe Biden takes office, all of our wounds are bound. All of the negativity and toxicity of our politics is ended. Also, we're going to need some of your First Amendment. Just a little bit of it. Like just the part where you say you don't agree. We're going to need that part. Over at Politico, Biden is about to give the most important inaugural speech since Lincoln. Is he, though? Since Lincoln? Okay, well, I hope he can stumble his way through it without Trump and for sure. That'll be exciting. The flip in time is pretty amazing. David Chalian over at CNN, I think this may be the best clip. So this is CNN last night. And the guy can't control himself. He just cannot control himself. So they show this on screen, some video from the National Mall. Okay, and it shows from the Washington Mall. And it shows they've planted several 100,000 flags out there to signify the deaths from COVID, because obviously they can't have lots of people on the mall right now for both safety reasons and also because we are in the middle of a pandemic still. And they're shining these bright lights up into the sky, and it's very dramatic, right? It's very dramatic footage. And David Chalian cannot help himself. He can't help himself. He goes to work, and here he is working both himself and the Biden administration.
Those lights that are just shooting out from the Lincoln Memorial along the reflecting pool, it's like almost extensions of Joe Biden's arms embracing America. It was a moment where the new president came to town and sort of convened the country in this moment of remembrance, outstretching his arms. And contrast that with that video you just saw of a disgraced president on his way out at his lowest point in his presidency.
Wow. I mean, it's like he's giving us a big hug and then awkwardly stroking our hair and sniffing us. It's just like that. Like it's like lights shooting out. That wasn't the only thing shooting out in this particular clip. Amazing stuff. David Chandler, like arms, embrace this. I don't want the government embracing me. Okay, the government should stay far away from me. So last night I had some dinner with some folks, and a friend was talking about how he really likes the pomp and circumstance of inaugurations, no matter who's being inaugurated. And I said I agree that the exiting president should go to the inauguration. Okay, Trump should go to Biden's inauguration. Obama did it for Trump. Didn't matter that they hated each other. Right? That is a thing that should happen because it does signify the peaceful transfer of power. It is wrong for Trump not to do that. However, I generally hate pomp and circumstance with regard to the presidency. Despise it. I despise it because it is monarchic and it is ridiculous. I hate it with regard to the State of the Union. I've been perfectly consistent on this for years and years and years. I think that the president is basically a plumber. I think they should swear him in the back of a car and then he should go do some plumbing. Right? I don't think he's an important person. I don't think that the presidency of the United States should be treated as though he is an emperor, a god emperor on earth, embracing us with his arms. Okay? That sort of idolatrous crap is bad for the country. But the media love it. They are into it. And again, they can't help themselves today. Honestly, I think what's most galling to conservatives is not even Biden taking office. It's the fact that we are now guaranteed 4 years of gaslighting where the objective journalists decide that journalism consists mostly of performing favors of an unspeakable type on the Biden administration and then declaring themselves objective in all of their facets. Right? After 4 years of reporting every sniff of a rumor, unsourced or sourced, inside the Trump administration, we'll go back to the good old days of talking about how wonderful Barack Obama's fashion sense is and how he could have played in the NBA or something. Right? It'll be really, really exciting stuff. Okay, we're going to get to more of the media's worship of Biden. Then we'll get to what exactly Biden is planning, because it's not good for the country, guys. It ain't good. Again, I'm praying for the incoming administration just as I prayed for the Trump administration. We literally do that every Sabbath in my synagogue. That doesn't mean I expect that he's going to do good things. In fact, I expect he's going to do things that are deeply damaging to core American liberties. Did you know that every like on this video creates one additional leftist tier? Don't ask me why. That's called science. To take advantage of this amazing opportunity, hit the like button.